Hello everybody, welcome. Come here. Do you want to be in the video? How is everybody? I hope you're having a great week. Say hello as you hop on so I can see who's here with me. I did a live once with gum and watched the replay and was like, oh no, that's gross. Hello everybody, welcome. As you join, say hello, let me know you're here. Good morning, T, how are you? Let me know too if you would like, if this is your first time catching me live or if you are returning. I like to see who's here with me. I like to connect with you guys. Hello everybody. We are going to be talking about manifestation, law of assumption, and answering some of your questions. Hello, Mac, first time, welcome. I'm so glad you guys are all here with me. So if you are familiar with law of assumption, you'll understand a lot of the concepts we were talking about. If you understand manifesting, but maybe not necessarily through the lens of law of assumption, T's been watching for a while. Awesome, welcome back. Hi, Chammy. If you understand manifestation, but maybe not through the particular lens of law of assumption, some of the information I share with you today may feel a little triggering, okay? So, but I feel like most of the time we get people who are LOA people in here and understand. So if anyone has any questions you want to start off with, feel free to start with that, and I'll read them in the comments here in a minute. Before we get started, I just want to let you know that I will be setting a time and a day for these lives once a week. I'm not sure what day it's going to be just yet because I just started school back up, so I've had a lot going on, but I do commit to coming on once a week. So I want to pick a day and a time so that one, it's easier for me to just have it scheduled in and remember, but also so you guys know if you're able to catch me live, that way you can plan to catch me live, okay? Where I will announce that, probably on here, like whenever I know, or through my newsletter. So if you're not signed up for my newsletter, guys, you can. It's not spammy. I send it out every Sunday. It usually contains a link to the replay of this, okay, so of these live coaching sessions, which by the way, you can find all of those on my YouTube channel, okay? If you want to sign up, if you want to follow me on the YouTube to get the replay of this live, all the other lives, and other tools and stuff I have there, if you want to get on the newsletter, any of that, or find out about working with me, you can find it at the link that's at the top of my profile, okay? Everything's there. So just to let you know that. So the newsletter, I will usually send a link to the replay. There will be a positive message for you, whatever's kind of coming up for me that I want to share, and then a link for all the ways to work with me, okay? So you can always find that there. You can always just go to the Linktree link that's in my profile. So that's all the things to let you guys know. Oh wait, one more thing. So group coaching, you guys asked for group coaching, so I've created an offer for that. We will be doing calls bi-weekly, and we will be starting Wednesday, September 6th, okay? And when you join, this is the first round, so there won't really be a ton of replays yet, but as we go through the calls, I will be uploading the replays through the portal, so you will have access to that. It's a monthly membership. It's only $65 a month, like super cheap. If you guys have done group coaching or one-on-one coaching, you know how that is. And then you can cancel at any time, and you can rejoin at any time, all right? So just to let you know, that's that. I will be answering some questions. I see some coming through here. So if you want to join us there with that, you can. If you want email coaching, one-on-one sessions, any of that, my self-concept guide, any of my self-paced programs, any of my affirmation or subliminal tracks, all of those are linked in my page. So let's dive in. I feel like that was a good warm-up. We got some people in here. Let me see. Do I answer manifestation questions? Kay, yes, I do. That's what we're here doing. Okay. T says, I checked my boyfriend's phone and he asked a girl out. I can't tell him that I know. Help. I know it's my belief system reflecting back to me, but it's hard to persist. Okay. Well, I understand that that's not a fun thing to see. And I understand too that you're saying you understand that it's your belief system. However, what I'm going to need you to do is learn to detach from the 3D, meaning stop looking, because we're always going to find what we're looking for, right? So if you have in your mind that, oh my God, is he cheating? Is he talking to other girls? Is he asking anyone out? And you go and you're looking for that evidence, that's what you're going to find evidence of. So what you need to do right now is reel back in your energy and detach from that, and tell yourself, anytime that unpleasant thing comes up in your mind, be like, I would first deny it. I would be like, this is what I would personally do. I would deny that. I'd be like, no, that's not my story. That didn't happen. Like, my brain is lying to me. That never happened. Because the truth is, there's a quantum reality that you can line up with where that never happened, okay? And I would stop looking. I would stop looking to your 3D, and I would just focus on me. You know? Because if you're busy looking at someone's phone, it's because you don't trust them. So you need to get clear on what you want your story in love to be. You want to be, I'm assuming, totally fully committed to, I'm the only one. He knows it. He's obsessed with me. Like, the thought of other women makes him sick. He is fully and totally committed to me. I don't have to look at his phone. That doesn't even cross my mind. That feels gross and icky to think of even looking at his phone. I have better things to do. Why would I even look? Because I know I'm not going to find anything. In fact, that's boring. I don't want to read through all his boring conversations with his friends and mom. You know, practice something like that. Because anytime you're doing an action like that, like you're looking, like you're like investigating for stuff, it's because you think on some level you're going to find something unfavorable. And because you are such a powerful creator, that's what you will experience. So, you know, just forgive yourself and be like, oh, yeah, no, that's not who I am. And then go in with who you are. And I would really work on your self-concept of, you know, not just how the relationship between you and him is, but also who you are. Like, I'm a motherfucking goddess. There is no one like me. He has never even laid eyes on anyone that even comes close to me. And it's not just physical. He loves my mind. I am beautiful inside and out. I am the absolute best there is. And you can also say things like, he knows he could never do better than me. He would never do anything to mess this up. This is the most important relationship of his life. So these actually, I'm actually giving them to you. I was saying about you. They're more so about who you are to him. But then you can go in with complimenting yourself. And it doesn't matter if it's something you think you are or are not yet. Go into your I am power and start claiming the qualities that you want to have. My body is phenomenal. I'm so rich and successful. Everyone's always asked me, how are you so lucky? How are you so rich? How are you so successful? I'm the woman who has it all. I have the perfect body. I have the perfect career. Or whatever, if you don't want a career. I'm rich, I'm gorgeous, I'm confident, I am kind and loving, I'm an amazing friend, I have an incredible circle of friends, I am in the best relationship ever, I'm in the relationship of my dreams with a partner who is beyond anything I ever imagined. Like, I am so lucky. Everything's working out for me all the time. I am that bitch. Pretty privilege is real, and I have it. I would say things like that to myself to really pump myself up. Okay, so that's what I would do if I were you. Let me know if that resonates, okay? Okay, I started working on my self-concept. With that, I have started seeing my SP different. I feel calm and relaxed. That's amazing. That whenever you feel calm and relaxed, it's a good sign that you're in alignment with what you want. Okay? That's a good sign that it's working, that you're releasing the resistance, that you're landing in this deep knowing and certainty of, it's mine. Of course it's mine. You know? Illustrious Boosh. Your presence has significance. Your life has meaning. Your existence has a purpose. Okay. Jesus loves me. I know. Okay. Okay, I feel the love we shared. I know there's a blockage there. I've started to focus on me. I've created my own affirmations, feeling like I'm worthy. Yeah, working on feeling like you're worthy is important. especially when we've had life circumstances that made us feel like we weren't worthy, or, what came first, the chicken or the egg? We thought we weren't worthy, so we created life circumstances that reflected that back to us. But either way, you get to decide right here, right now, that you are worthy. Because the truth is, worthiness actually isn't even a thing. You just get what you believe. So in that, on the other hand of that, the other side of that is that if you believe in worthiness or not worthiness, you're going to experience whatever. So you can always neutralize it. If you've had an experience of not being worthy, you can always neutralize that by going in with, I am worthy, actually. And the more you work on that, you'll get yourself out of that deficit, that ditch, that just like stuck down in the trenches, of unworthiness. As if you're in this deficit down here and you start filling it up with, I am worthy, I am worthy, I am worthy. When you get to a level playing field, when you level that out, when you get to neutrality, you're more in your I am power. And then you get to the space where it's not even about worthiness anymore. It's like, I am whoever I say I am, because I am God. I am creating my reality. And whatever I choose to believe to be true is what will become true for me. And I am owning my power to decide how my life gets to go. And that's a really empowering place. But yeah, many of us have to start with, self-love really is the place to start for most people, because most of us, what have we been taught? We've been taught that things are difficult, that we're not worthy of good things, or we're not worthy of good things if we don't struggle, or, whatever. We've been taught a lot of unworthiness things, or that we're not good enough, or fill in the blank. And often, if we've experienced something unfavorable, what most people do by default is make that mean something about them. So actually, who was the girl who's asking? Sorry, the comments are too far gone now, but the girl who I started with answering about, looking at your boyfriend's phone and that, what was I going to say? Bear with me, guys. I started scrolling through the comments and I got all distracted. Someone remind me what I was just saying. Oh, when we experience something, sorry guys, got this. When we experience something unfavorable, we often make that mean something about us. Oh, I'm not worthy. So the girl who was asking, who I was talking to just a minute ago, asking about her boyfriend's phone, you see something like that. How is that affecting your self-concept and the way you see yourself? Looking for that kind of stuff, that's going to make you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm not the best. I'm not what they want. I.e., something's wrong with me. I'm not enough. I'm unworthy. And that's just not true. So we have to stop looking at these hurtful things. We have to be willing to forgive ourselves, forgive anyone else involved, and just realize that people only act out the role you've assigned to them in your mind. If deep down you have a fear that men are cheaters, that you won't be committed to, that you will be cheated on, that's what's going to show up in your reality. That's how they're going to act. It's not even him that you need to forgive. It's yourself you need to forgive. And then understand too that you have the power to erase and delete that and be like, no, that never happened. You can reject that. Say, that is not who I am. That is not my reality. That is not what I experience. Okay? I feel like I got a little off track there, but hopefully that makes sense. Kennedy Williams, I think I'm starting to just consistently feel good. Isn't that beautiful? That is such an amazing place to be. That's how you know your vibration's rising. That's how you know you're really doing the inner work. It's so amazing. And I'm someone who used to consistently feel bad. I had a very negative mindset in my early 20s. And I remember several years ago was when I really, really started to practice the law of assumption. I knew about manifesting and law of attraction for a long time, but until I started really practicing law of assumption, I didn't see a shift. Because deep down, I was still feeling like a victim. Deep down, I didn't actually believe that my thoughts and my words and my feelings created my reality. I felt like I was at the effect of everything. I wasn't realizing that I was the cause. So when I started taking this seriously, I kind of was like, okay, Hannah, what do you have to lose? Just clean up your thoughts. And I realized, oh my gosh, I had my work really cut out for me, because I noticed that I'd be doing my manifesting techniques or thinking about what I wanted. But then all the rest of the day, well, how am I going to get there? Oh, this happened. Can't believe this happened. Can't believe this person did or said this thing. This isn't it. This is wrong. I shouldn't be in this situation. Like very victim-y. And so I started to hold myself accountable. I think it was Kim Velez. If you guys are familiar with her, she's on YouTube. I think she's on TikTok too. She's a great manifestation and law of assumption coach. She talks a lot about Neville and mental diet. And I put myself on a mental diet. And one of the first things I noticed was I started feeling better. I forced myself. I really committed to just saying and thinking positive things. It didn't feel correct in my brain, because what felt correct was what felt familiar, which was being negative Nelly, But when I really committed to it, I realized very quickly that listening to a positive affirmation track in the morning felt way better than sitting with my coffee in the morning and stressing out about everything I thought I had to fix. It felt way better. So I started following that. And then with repetition, it became normal and natural for me to think positive thoughts on my own. And now my brain's just tuned into that. And those are the neural pathways I've formed in my brain. And it's not difficult. It's easy. In fact, what feels foreign and unfamiliar is when a negative thought comes to me and I instantly think, oh, that's not me. That's just old programming. And I don't take it personally and I reject it. And I remind myself of the truth. I'm like, no, that's not my story. I'm lucky. Everything works out for me. It doesn't matter if this situation I'm in right now seems big or crazy. I know nothing's too big for me, because I am God and things go the way I say it goes. And I have a lot of proof and evidence of that now, because I've practiced holding the vibration long enough. But you have to be consistent. Okay. I see a lot of people saying, I do it, this doesn't work. It's because they're not doing it long enough. And it really, in my opinion, comes down to how bad do you want the things you say you want? If you could be more committed to your success story than your victim story, I guarantee you things would change for you, and a lot more quickly than you would realize. And at first, it might not seem like a big change. Oftentimes, I don't want to say always, but a lot of the time at first, it seems like nothing changes. The first change you'll notice is that you're starting to feel better. You're starting to feel more hopeful. Then you're just feeling good consistently. Then you're not triggered so much by stuff. You're naturally thinking positive. And then things start to show up for you that mirror back to you this new identity you've taken on. Because that's exactly what's happening. When you're changing your thoughts and you're changing the way you speak, it affects the way you feel, and it's like you're taking on a new identity. You're no longer identifying as someone who's a victim. You're identifying as someone who has the power to create exactly what they want, and someone who's lucky and supported and who things work out for. This is called your self-concept. If you guys want help with this, by the way, you can get my self-concept guide with the link in my bio for anyone who's interested in working on that or needs help changing their thoughts. That would be a really great place to start. If you guys want more in-depth, Manifestation Mastery would be a good program that's under self-paced programs. You can always ask me too. You're welcome, team. That's who asked. I forgot. Hello, Patrick. Corinne, I can't shake how working on my self-concept makes me forget about SP. I don't understand the way you wrote that. Are you still here? Can you rewrite that? Okay, I say I'm worthy of forgiveness. Yeah, you are. Everyone is. Everyone's worthy of forgiveness. Everyone's worthy of creating something totally new. Everyone's worthy of anything unwanted being totally dissolved from their lives. You can affirm that I ask that the effects of my mistakes be undone across all time and space. To create and declare that. Because the truth is, you are free. You've always been free. It's only in the realm of a nightmare where you think you've done something wrong that you're going to be punished for forever. That's not it. That's not your highest. There's a higher timeline available to you always. It's just a matter of claiming it. And what I've found to be true all the time is when we're struggling to forgive other people, really we're just struggling to forgive ourselves. So that's why self-love is so powerful. Okay, Eve is talking about, I'm not going to read all of these because it's quite a few, but basically you're saying that you've been wanting to manifest better health and it's not working and you're tired and you don't know what you should do differently. Well, I'm going to tell you right now what you need to do differently first, and it's probably not what you want to hear. Disclaimer. You need to stop saying that it's not working. You need to stop talking about how long it's been taking, and you need to just focus on feeling better now. Because what you're doing right now is you are making your current happiness or lack thereof dependent on your outer conditions. And so what you're doing is you're looking at your current health condition and saying, this isn't okay. I cannot be happy like this. I'm not telling you to be happy with your illness and just live like that forever. No, I'm telling you, make a firm decision. I get to be healthy and this is what I'm choosing. And I know that if I keep holding the energy of this within me and holding on to that, knowing that it has no choice but to show up. And then stick to that new story. I am healthy. It doesn't matter what I see or experience. I am healthy inside because that's who I've claimed to be. And the 3D is just catching up. You want to be, we talked about this on the last live, you want to be so busy focusing on what you're creating and embodying that and claiming it and being focused on that you don't have the time to acknowledge what's wrong. You're either focusing on what you want or focusing on what you don't want. Everything in the 3 sentences you wrote is focusing on what you don't want. And I understand. I know we get so physically focused. We get so focused on what we can see outside of us. And then we get so emotionally wrapped up into it. But to really master conscious manifestation, you have to learn how to regulate yourself. You have to learn how to really manage your emotions. Emotional stability is huge. That gets you to the neutrality place. You stop making what's going on around you mean something about you. The health conditions you're experiencing right now are twofold. It's due to guys, please stop asking to go live with me because it throws me off when I'm trying to focus. It's twofold. It's due to stories you've told in the past, and it's due to stories you're telling now. And this is that like negative loop that people get stuck in. They have unwanted experiences because of past thinking, and they're so triggered by the unwanted experiences that they are putting all their energy into reacting to the unwanted instead of going within and creating what they want. So you have to have a level of detachment. You have to just call a spade a spade. Why are you in this situation? Because you didn't know any better. You were creating this all along, whether or not you realized it. It's not helpful really to focus on that. I just think you need to call a spade and call yourself out and then say, you know what? It doesn't even matter. You can even say this, it doesn't even matter. All that matters is that now in this moment, I understand how to create what I want. I have the knowledge and I'm going to apply it. And I understand that there may be things in my 3D that I don't love, and that's okay because I am bigger and more powerful than that. And because I love myself and because I am so committed to getting what I want, I refuse to pick up that old story. I refuse to react to it. When I feel triggered, I'm going to calm myself and I'm going to go back within myself and remind me who I am and what the fuck I get to have and what I'm creating. And then you focus your energy there. But as long as you stay in the story of it's not working, it's been taking too long, you can't create it. You're missing the point. You're out of alignment with what you want to create. But yeah, the emotional intelligence is something that really trips people up. And really, if you could practice that piece right there, you're going to get so far. Even if you just stopped reacting to current things and just got in like a neutral space and affirmed really neutrally, like everything's working out for me. It's okay. Everything's being worked together for my good. You would watch things start to shift in your favor. And then from that space, when you're in a more empowered space, go in and say what you want. When you're in the middle of reacting to what you don't want, it's a pretty powerless energy, right? You're usually angry, triggered, afraid, whatever. You're in those lower vibrational states, those lower vibrational emotions. It's pretty hard to like go in when you're in that state and claim, I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am committed to, because it's like you're not really in a space to receive it. So I always suggest to first get to a neutral space. Work on calming your nervous system. Self-soothe. This is a very good skill to learn that most people honestly are walking around not knowing how to do. They're just reacting to everything. Learn how to self-soothe. Work yourself up out of that. And once you're in a neutral, calm space, then go in and intentionally say what you want to manifest. That's my best advice for you on that. And for anyone trying to manifest anything who's feeling triggered. Okay, this person obviously doesn't understand manifesting at all. So I'm not gonna. They're saying if you get rich, you will literally say to poor people that they desired that. First off, I don't even understand your comment or how you're saying that. It's not about putting anyone down for not having what they want. And when someone's experiencing something unwanted, it's not because they want to experience that. It's because they don't know better. So this is what we're doing here. I'm helping you guys know better. I'm helping you guys wake up to the fact that it's been you creating it all along, and you have the power to shift that. Did I answer the persisting? I've been talking about that this whole time. Okay. This person, I'm just going to mute you because I'm not enjoying your comments or finding them helpful. It just doesn't feel like the vibe in here. Okay. Hang on. Let me recenter here and find some comments that I want to. Eve called him out. Yeah, I muted him. All good. He can be here. Like maybe he wants to learn something. I'm just not open to his comments right now. Guys, let me know everything we've talked about, how that's resonating, how that's landing. Do you need me to explain it differently? Do you have any more questions? Let me know. I don't have as long to be on live today as usual. Usually I'm on at least an hour and a half. I think I got more like 45 minutes today. But so I have a few more minutes to help you guys if you like. You have to, I guess I'll say this about persisting, like about self-discipline. You want to persist in two things. You want to persist in not reacting to the things that don't feel good, not reacting to your old story, to the 3D, and persist in your new story. You want to persist in those two things. And the way I've explained this to my clients before is like understanding that kind of self-discipline is the greatest act of self-love because you're showing up for yourself. When you have this experience of it's not coming, it's not working, it's because you're not working it. That's all it is. And I understand too, there can be sometimes along your journey where you're like, I have been doing everything right. Where is it? But I will tell you, just keep going, because the more you keep going, the more you keep doing it right, the less you're going to notice that it's not there. And here's the thing. Neville says, things wither and die with indifference. So if you want the old conditions to die out, you have to be neutral to them. It's not that you have to ignore things and act like it's not happening. You can deny things. I suggested that with T at the beginning. I do that sometimes, but there's also sometimes when there's things that seem kind of in your face and it's going to cause more resistance if you try to like pretend like it never happened. You know, I would say real strength is not numbing out, not distracting, maybe just looking at things squarely and being like, yeah, okay, so what? This doesn't mean anything. This doesn't mean I can't have what I want. This has no power over me. I created this circumstance. I'm the power. I'm the one and only power. And I have the power, authority, and ability to override this and create something new. You know, when you understand that it's all you and you've been creating it all along, you'll understand more that there's really nothing to be afraid of. No one's against you. There are no opposing forces. Nothing's in your way. You're not blocked. In fact, everything's working for you. And that's a really powerful belief to adopt, that everything is working for you. Nevena, how do I manifest more communication from my SP? Tell that story. They're blowing up my phone. They love me. They cannot wait to talk to me. Talking to me is the highlight of their day. They will drop anything just to communicate with me. In fact, they are communicating with me more and more. Why are they so obsessed with me? Careful with that one. Personal experience. Careful with that one. Eve, you explained it perfectly for me. I don't know what's going on lately, but I've just been crying and doubting. Oh, well, I'm glad I explained it well. And just tell yourself it's going to be okay. You know, if you're feeling more emotional, it's just old programming leaving. We just had a Pisces full moon too. So if you have any water in your chart, or just even if you don't, like oftentimes people are affected by the full moons and they don't realize it. I don't get affected by them anymore, really, like I used to. I did notice, though, I had a couple old mindsets and old stories, like old identities kind of resurfacing. And I immediately was like, oh, yeah, no, we're not playing with that. And I saw it for what it was and released it. But, you know, what I would like to offer to you today, Eve, that I think you'll find really helpful is when you're more sensitive, when you're more emotional, when you're doubting, just remind yourself it's okay. There's an ebb and flow, and it doesn't mean that you're not going to get what you want. You know, think about it. We're always evolving and growing. What does that mean by default? By default, that means that you're going to have to be shedding the old and welcoming in the new, always. So you can look at life like that. It's always this dance of letting go of old programming and upgrading your software, getting, you know, aligning with the next thing you want. And it's okay. It's okay to be confused. It's okay to be emotional. You're having a human experience. But the more you practice self-regulating, you'll notice you won't get those huge emotional spikes anymore. You'll get more steady in your vibration. And it's a nice place to be. But it's okay. You know, in those moments, just self-soothe. Be like, it's okay. I don't have to have it all figured out. It's okay to doubt. Affirm. Not even this doubt, not even these emotions can stop me from getting what I want. And I know on the other side of this is a lot of clarity, because I guarantee you, if you're working at this, you will notice that when you feel the fear and the old stuff come up or triggered, once you work through it and get on the other side of it, you actually have a deeper and more full understanding. Because it's like you allow it to pass and clear out, and you've created all of this space. It's actually really cool. And when you keep practicing this, you actually begin to see how that serves you. Anything uncomfortable actually serves you, because it's showing you, it's highlighting for you what's coming up for you to work through. It's showing you what you're now ready to move and expand beyond. Or if you're an Abraham Hicks fan, she talks about how contrast serves you. She says how it makes you want something different. You know, when you have something you don't like, it's actually triggering you to want to claim the complete opposite. You don't like, you're having pain in your body. What do you want? I want to feel free in my body. I'm ready to feel amazing in my body. You're experiencing money problems. Well, I'm ready now to experience full financial freedom. You're experiencing not being chosen. Oh, now I'm ready to step it up and embody and become and choose to be the woman who's always totally committed to. You feel me? Liv says, love this. I'm glad. User says, walk me through, how would you manifest somebody saying the truth about gossip they said about me? I don't understand that question. Let me just give you an affirmation for that. Be like, I assume the best of everyone and everyone assumes the best of me. My reputation is impeccable. People only have good things to say about me. Something like that. Liv, what about a third party? There's no third party. There's no third party. There's just you and your SP. Nothing's in the way. There are no blocks. No one in your reality has free will. That's a hard one for people to accept. I think that's why people struggle with love so much. Because they're like, oh, I can manifest money. Oh, I can manifest this or that. But like other people, all their free will, I can't control them. Like, it's not about controlling people. You can just affirm that people show up the way you want them to show up. You're loved and respected everywhere you go. You are always chosen. You are the one and only option. You are the only choice. Duh. And they know it. Affirm like that. Get sassy. I find that when it's like third party stuff, it helps to be sassy. Be like, of course they want me. They wouldn't dream of being with anyone else. I'm in my mid-30s. My boyfriend is a lot younger than me. I'm worried he'd want to be with a younger girl. Also worried he doesn't want marriage with me. Doesn't want other man, but doesn't... What? You don't want another man, but don't want to waste your time too. You got to clean that story up, T. What do you want? You can have whoever you want. If you want that SP, then affirm that they want all the things you want. Done. Easy. I'm going to read through a few more comments, then I got to hop off, guys. But you can catch the full replay of this live on my YouTube, which is linked in my link tree in my profile. Okay? And you can always book a session with me or get email coaching or get my self-concept guide or any of my self-study programs, okay? Affirmation checks, subliminals, all the things. I have a ton of tools, both free and paid, to help you. There's really no excuse, guys. Like, you just got to keep at it. You got to find what works for you and keep at it. And if you need help, get help. You know, I come on here once a week to give live free coaching, but like at the end of the day, my answers, if you listen to my videos, my answer's the same for everything, because it's the same way to manifest what you want. You tell the story the way you want it to be. You ignore the old story and you decide who you want to be, and you stick to that no matter what. If your stuff's not showing up, it's because you're not sticking to the story you want. It means you say what you want, but then you immediately see something in your 3D you don't like and you start telling that story instead. And that's the crazy loop, you know? Crystal just decided to just focus on me and financially, and then SP realized they aren't that, and then SP because I realized they aren't that special. Yeah, you got to knock the things and people off the pedestal. I feel like when people are manifesting a specific person so often, they have them on this pedestal. And it's like, so long as you have them on this pedestal and yourself down here, you're never going to be a match. You at least need to get here. At least like, oh, we both want each other equally. Or bump yourself up on the pedestal and let them chase you. Depends on what dynamic you want to experience. Ava, I failed my road test today. How would I not feel so down about myself? Just be like, it doesn't matter. I'm still going to get what I want. I'm open to seeing solutions. I'm supported. You know, I have what it takes to overcome this. Whatever you need to do, learn more, do more, practice more. Believe that you have the ability to have this. Okay. I know this one guy, but we never talked. This is the last question I'm taking, guys, for today, okay? Thank you so much for being here, everyone, by the way. I know this one guy, but we never talked. How do I manifest that he talks to me, approaches me? I want you to answer this question. What do you think I'm going to tell you? How do you manifest that? How do you manifest anything, guys? Share in the comments below. I want to help empower you guys. I want you guys to type in the comments below. How do you manifest anything? We've talked about it a lot on this live. I just summarized it. I want to hear you guys say it. How do you manifest things, guys? Persisting in self-discipline. Yes, that's right, Ava. And T, keep saying the new story. Amen. So, Novena, when you're telling me what's not happening, I already know from that sentence what you want to happen. You're saying we've never talked. You're saying, I want him to approach me. So say that. He's approaching me. He's going to approach me. He can't wait to talk to me. You can even make up something like, if you feel like you need to make up an excuse of why he hasn't talked to you yet, say, oh, he's just been nervous because I'm so amazing. He's never laid eyes on someone so beautiful as me. My energy's incredible and mesmerizing, you know? Really go all in. Okay, guys. That was my last question, okay, for today. I want to thank you guys all for being here live with me. If you're not following me yet, go ahead and give me a follow. That way you'll get notified next time I go live. I'm I'm going to come up with a day and time to specifically go live because I have a lot of things going on right now. I'm thinking Wednesday. This is Thursday or Thursday. This is the first problem. I don't know what day it is. I was going to say it's Wednesday, but it's Thursday. I'm thinking either Wednesdays or Thursdays will be good for me to go live. I'll probably do Thursdays because my group coaching calls will start on Wednesdays. Okay. So I'll figure out what time on Thursdays, probably around this time, probably around like 3 p.m. on Thursdays. Okay, is when I'll be going live. If you guys want private group coaching, the link for that is in my profile. Okay, it's $65 a month. There's a whole community. You're going to be able to watch all the replays, live private coaching calls. So just with the members of that group, private Zoom, you'll be able to actually get on camera and ask your questions. Okay, so it'll be more private than on these TikTok lives. So if you want to join, we would love to have you. You can cancel at any time. Really simple, straightforward. You can also book one-on-one email coaching with me or a one-on-one Zoom session with me if you would like. You can get my self-concept guide, any of my affirmation or subliminal tracks that I've created for you guys to help reprogram. And then I have actually a bunch of self-paced programs as well that you have lifetime access to with lots of video content, lots of workbooks and journaling prompts and exercises to help you, okay? So I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here with me. I'm petting my dog over here. Do you want to come say hi? Do you want to say hi? He's so cute. He hasn't been on cam in a while. Say hi, baby. Isn't he the cutest? Chulito. Okay, so thank you for being here, guys. Have a great weekend. The replay of this will be on my YouTube. So if you're not following me on there, you can go ahead and follow me on there. You can, if you liked this session, you can binge watch the past sessions. Just get in this energy, hear me answer people's questions, all that good stuff. Okay, I'll see you next week. Bye.